I'm a rambling mess today. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a change in weather. Maybe because it's Mother's Day weekend. Oh, if you forgot, consider yourself reminded. Okay, for today, some more proof that Trump's policies are terrible. How Canada ranks in the EU. And a reality check on home prices here in Canada. Again. But first up, Antibody sent me this. And I love it. All gifts are appreciated. All right, let's start with the US and how people really feel about these Trump policies. First up, Trump's approval ratings after the first 100 days are the worst ever of any president other than Trump himself. The US Economic Policy Uncertainty Index hit a new record, 562.2. You guessed it, the previous record was COVID, when people thought the world was coming to an end. Just a reality check on what people think about these policies. Because no matter what Trump says, even if the changes can happen, they won't happen for a long time. Vincent Cleric of Maersk calls it very unrealistic. And he would know. On top of that, Ford released what these tariffs are going to cost them and buyers. The total bill is about $2.5 billion. A little less than $1 billion will come from pricing changes and accounting changes and efficiencies and stuff like that. The rest comes out to about $500 per vehicle. Reality check. Is $500 per vehicle going to stop people buying vehicles? No. Buyers will barely bat an eye at it. But it is an additional tax. The rest is going to come out of Ford's profits. And is it so bad that they're going to move all their suppliers from other parts of the world over to the US? No. Not anytime soon, anyway. In the meantime, Canada has to look for new trading partners, and we're looking at the EU. Now, when I was researching for today's video, I found this chart, and I found it very interesting because so many people were telling me how our education sucks. Top universities outside the United States, there's U of T, there's UBC, there's McGill. Looks like best in the world to me. Alright, so how does Canada rank against the EU? In terms of GDP, we'd be number 4 behind Germany, France, and Italy. GDP per capita is down here at number 10. Ahead of France and ahead of Italy. Military spending, up here at number 3. College degrees, we're number 1. And unfortunately, home ownership, we're down here at number 23. Which brings me to home prices. And every time I talk about home prices, it brings out the trolls. I don't understand the fascination with this constant comparison to 2022. 2022 is the outlier. Let's stop comparing to that. Yes, if you bought in 2022, it is quite unfortunate if you're trying to sell now. But you bought during an outlier point. Prices have been flat for the last 4 years. There's London prices from 4 years ago. Pretty much unchanged. That's going to be the story for the rest of this year until the fall comes. Then interest rates will be low and people will get out and start buying again. Nationwide, it's the same story. We don't have the numbers for April yet, but we do have the nationwide numbers for March. The benchmark price for March was $712,200, compared to $665,000 4 years ago. Nationwide, it looks like the price floor is around $700,000. Here in London, the price floor is around $600,000. Will it be gloomy this summer because activity is going to drop off? Because it drops off every summer? Yes. Will every naysayer and his brother compare prices this summer to that 2022 peak? Absolutely. Will this vary a little bit region to region? Yeah, of course. In some places, it might drop more than others, and in some places, it's going to continue to go up. That's a very boring forecast. Saying that the sky is falling by comparing to 3 years ago, that's way more exciting. Look, if you're one of those unfortunate people that bought at the peak in 2022 and now you're trying to offload that property, yeah, it's going to be difficult. But if you're going to hang out waiting for prices to crash, prices have been crashing for 20 years. They've been crashing for the last 3 years, according to the naysayers. Just a reminder, rates are going to drop this year. When fall comes and rates are low and prices are low, people are going to come back to the market.